is one young man right here.
Before the Dr. King shooting, what was your motivation for going to seminary and possibly the clergy?
I am Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I'm an altar boy. And that's a very good question, by the way. And one of the things you think you have, like anybody who goes into ministry, you think you're called to do that. It's a vocation. It isn't an aspiration. It's not an ambition. It's a vocation. It's a calling. You think you're called to do it. And so you get it in your head that when you're called to do something, that you do it a certain way. And I've never lost that sort of vocation feeling, even after I lost my faith. And I go through this in my book, but when Dr. King was shot, it's just like you killed off a kid who was trying to do everything right, who was positive, who was a good person. It's just like suddenly, overnight, you transform into this very angry, bitter person. And when I showed up in 1968 home, and my grandfather saw what I had become, he just wanted nothing to do with me. And it would be over the next decade, he had very little to do with me because I had become so bitter and so angry. And I'd become an entirely different person. What he would say is that I didn't raise you to be like this. And what I try to counsel and encourage young people to be is to not become embittered by these sorts of things. Because there's a lot of years. It took me 25 years to come back to the church. So just 25 years wandering in the wilderness. So what I was trying to do, even when I was going to go to Savannah, was basically what I wanted to do when I wanted to become a priest. And that is to go and to help others, to work with others, not for any cause, but for their own redemption, their own salvation, their own betterment. That was the reason for tutoring. That was the reason for working for New Haven Legal Assistance. That was the reason for going to law school. That's the reason for doing all sorts of things that I do even today. It's all the same. But this one, again, that period is a reason that I really, really encourage young people to try to stay positive. And I think that older people have an obligation not to spew their cynicism on you all. And I think it's one of the horrible things that happens is that people with issues feel comfortable spewing their cynicism all over your life. And when they should be nurturing you with encouragement, with good things. You wouldn't want anybody giving you drugs, would you? You wouldn't want anybody telling you that to do, polluting the water you drink, the food you eat. So why should they pollute your spirit with all this negativism and cynicism? That stuff's not good. It's not encouraging. And what I'd like to tell young people, look, I've been doing this. I know how the sausage is made. I've been in Washington for 30 years, 30 plus years. I've seen it all. And I still say it's worth being encouraged. And the next generation of leaders, it's you all. And suppose you're all beaten down and cynical. Who's going to lead?